Welcome to Tech in the Car. I am Oliver, and in this video I'm going to talk to you about this. This is OBDeleven, and what it is a little dongle that you connect up to your car, to the OBD reader, and it's a fantastic gift for Christmas. It's also really useful if you want to scan your car. Maybe you want to add some features which weren't on there already. So in this video I'm going to give you a little example of how this works. I'm going to demo it. And there are links below where you can buy it if you're interested in buying one of these. Big thank you to OBDeleven for this, and a big thank you to Marshall Kors and Audi for this beautiful Audi RS3 I've made a lot of videos about. So anyway, let's get on with it. So let's talk about OBDeleven. This little dongle connects to the OBD port, which is down underneath the steering wheel, and I'll show you in a minute. And it allows you to do cool things like one-click apps, which let you add functionality to your car that maybe you didn't have. And I'll show you in a minute some examples of that. So you know when you get an error message on the screen of your car, with OBDeleven, you'll be able to scan the car, find out what the error message is, and identify what the problem is, just like your dealer can do. And then if it's not a serious issue, or you've had it resolved, you can clear it using this. Likewise, if you have a service, the service light comes on, you can clear it using this. There's also something called long coding, which allows you to adjust car functionality if you are aware of what you're doing and know how to do it. And this is the first third-party device that uses something called SFD unlocking, which is new and has not been available up until now. It works on all VW Group cars from 2020 onwards. And what cars is this compatible with? VW, Audi, Skoda, Bentley, Seat, Cupra, and Bugatti. Not that I have a Bugatti that I can test, but apparently it is compatible with Bugatti as well. And so there's a lot of functionality in this. It's a really great gift as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug this in now, and I'm going to open the app on my phone, and I'm going to show you what it looks like on the phone. And don't forget, there are links to buy this underneath in the description. So if you want one of these, great gift, please click on my link to do that. So let's connect it up first of all. So let's turn the car on first of all, because it's a bit cold today. So the car is on now. And the OBD port is down here at the bottom, so we'll slide it in here. Now I know where it is because I've done this before. And there's a little light which pops up on top as well, so you know it's on and it's working. And then we can get our phone. Now, a key thing to know here is the app works on Android and on iPhone. It works on both. There is some functionality you can't get on iPhone that you can get on Android, because Android is a bit more open, but it still works. All the main functionality works, which is really handy. So I'm going to show you a screen recording of this now so you can see for yourself. It's going to ask you to type in your password, so let's do that now and enter it. So it's now going to connect to OBDeleven. So it will detect the vehicle, so it knows what this car is, and now it will scan the control units of the car. So basically each part of the car, the system which makes up the car, the computer, has got various control units, which are like the braking is divided into one section, the steering, the infotainment system. So it scans all these systems to look for any errors. So this is basically the functionality where you get in the car and you get an error message. This lets you scan it. So immediately it's going to scan it and it's going to look for any error messages. If it sees any error messages, it will then report it here. Now this takes a few minutes because in most cases there's over 30 different units that it needs to scan. So it can take several minutes to do, and you will need an internet connection as well. So don't try and use this without an internet connection, because it probably won't work if you do it that way. But it's going to load now. So I'll come back to you in a second when everything has been loaded. Oh, there we go. Didn't even need to come back. So now it's done. Now I can scan it. So now this will scan. In this car, there are 34 different units it's scanning. So it's going through transmission, through brakes. And this will take a few minutes to do. Air conditioning, like I said, there's 34 units, and we're on to number 4. So let's fast forward this a tiny bit, because otherwise it'll be incredibly boring watching this for 5 minutes. But you get the idea, hopefully, of how it works. And then we'll come back to this in a second. So it's just about finished scanning. So it says 7 problems found. So you then have a choice. You can either swipe up to clear it or swipe down to rescan, or you can click on them to go into what they are. So the truth is the issues on here aren't real issues. This is a new car. The issues here are basically errors which automatically will clear themselves. For example, the door is open or the alarm is triggered, as you can see there. So they're not actual problems that you need to worry about on a new car, but stuff like, for example, as I mentioned, issues which actually bring up a warning light, they are the stuff which you need to look at. But you can see by looking at this app, all the different areas: gateway, brake boost, engine, transmission, brakes, air conditioning, central electrics, adaptive cruise control, wheel dampening, airbag, dashboard, steering column lock, driver door, steering assistant, multifunction module, passenger door, multimedia, tire pressure, rear view camera, telematics, parking assistant, head-up display, driver assistant, start, system interface, rear door left, rear door right, sunroof, LED module left, right, wireless charger, burglary protection, control modules. So those are all there. So you can see all of this information. So we're all okay there. Then if you go back here, you can see an overview. So you can see the model, you can see the production date, you can see the VIN number. You can add an image, you can see the mileage. You can go into the history and you can see if there's been any faults. You can back it up. So let's say you want to make a change to anything on the car, you can back it up so it'll put it back to exactly the same if you need to. Then you've got your discussions at the bottom, which take you to the OBD forum, so you can chat to people about your car. But the most interesting thing here is the apps. If we go into the apps now, so now this is the one-click app. So important to note that these things cost credits. So there is a charge for them. You can get free credits by watching adverts, or you can buy the Pro Pack or the Ultimate Pack and get free credits, or you can buy credits if you want to. So we've got options here of adjustments. So TPMS in dashboard, so I can put the tire pressure monitoring on the virtual cockpit. So on this car already has it, so that won't do that on here. But if you didn't have it and you had it, you could do that. Lock, unlock visual confirmation, so the lights will flash. Again, it does it on here. Signal horn always operable. Scandinavian daytime running lights. What that means is the lights are always on. The interior light fading. You can turn on wireless CarPlay. You can do a needle sweep. You can have motion video while driving if you want to. You can turn high beam assist on, optical parking system, third brake light. You can change lots of different things. Just scrolling through here, you can hopefully see some of the things. Now, not all of these are gonna be available on every car because it depends on what kind of car. The RS3 being the top range has basically all of these features already. But if you didn't have, for example, the torque meter on your A3, you can add a torque meter. If you didn't have the power display, you can add the power display. If you didn't have the G meter, you can add the G meter. So you can add this functionality that wasn't originally on your car. If we go into retrofits, if there's retrofits, it will show you there, and workshop. So workshop allows you to reset the stuff like your service lights, for example, brake pad replacement, oil service, and lets you do that. And again, it costs credits that you can get. And that is what it does. And like I said, it's a really, really simple to use system. It's not expensive. It lets you have extra functionality. In some cases, add extra functionality. It's got SFD unlock, which is new to VW Group cars, with a third-party dongle. And it's really, really handy as a tool to know if there's a problem with your car, what the problem is. So I strongly recommend it. Like I said, links below in my video. You can buy it underneath here. There's descriptions. And hope you found this useful. Please give me a like if you did, and subscribe for more on the channel, and check out all my amazing videos on this car, the 2022 Audi RS3, which is fantastic.